Hello, race fans. Welcome, one and all. Here we are overseas for the first time here. We are here live at Rockingham UK, getting ready for the Union Jack 350. Now, it has been quite some time since we've seen the cold red trucks here, but since we're finally out of the States and over the Atlantic Ocean, we are now in English territory. So these drivers, they may not have that much experience here at this racetrack, but I think it's pretty straightforward. Just stay out in front, avoid all wrecks, and just hopefully be the first one to catch the checker flag. On the front row, we have James McCloud, and right beside him is Kyle Matthews. What kind of racing will we see here for the first time? We're seconds away from those famous words to find out.
Drivers, start your engine!
Go out there and have a good time today. Make it happen at the end, my friend. Big thumbs up here. You're ready to rock and roll. Good luck to you guys on pit road down there today.
And as the trucks are slowly rolling off pit road, here is your starter lineup for the Union Jack 350. The trucks are slowly rounding into turn 4. The pace truck is already making its way towards pit road. James McCloud, Kyle Matthews, Stephen Gonzalez, and Jasmin Acosta are going to be our starting 4 here as they're rounding out of the final turn. About to take the green flag for the first time here at Rockingham UK. The flagman is waving the flag and these guys are racing. I have no idea what kind of racing to expect here. Very large racetrack, 4 turns here. McCloud already going to the outside. Here comes Stephen Gonzalez in the 55, trying to make a pass for the leader. Here comes Preston Plourd on the inside of Matthews, and also trying to take it away second place in the number 16. Rounding out of turn 4 for the first time here today under green. Stephen Gonzalez will lead the first lap. McCloud hands on to second place. We're having a small battle for third between Plourd and Matthews. And here comes Kris Wascher in the 43. One of the legendary road racers here. He may have a little bit of something for his fellow Ford Preston Plourd. Right back here in the 8, we have Joshua Mudd here. He's trying to work under Acosta. And oh man, they're looking to make it 3 wide here in the interest of turn 4. Kyle Matthews goes to the extreme high side, really losing a couple of spots. He just got passed by Charles Jackson. Now looks like Tim Fiegel. He's looking to try to make a charge up here. And here comes Marco Salpietro in the 9, trying to get up there with his teammate in the 43. And oh boy, headed back to the front. We're also having another battle for the lead. McCloud, he's looking to take it away from Gonzalez. He's looking to try to get his lead back. So far, Gonzalez has led both of the first laps. Now Preston Plourd, he's looking to try to get to the inside of him as well. Charles Jackson, he's trying to make a play for Kris Wascher for the 4th position. As McCloud, he will lead this lap. Stephen Gonzalez forced on the high side with no help right now. Now he has a little bit of help from Kris Wascher, and further back, now we see Jessica Villanueva in the 3 truck. She gets down right in front of Kyle Matthews. Now I'm trying to make sure that the caution isn't out, and I think we're still going green. Tim Fiegel still hanging on. He's trying to get behind the number 8. Rounding out the top 10 at the moment is Alex Drayton in the 17. Alex Drayton, he would love to try to get a win here overseas. Now we see Danny Wells trying to work on the inside of Marco Salpietro. And here comes Sean Gallagher in the number 10 Dodge, followed by Cole Dalley. Cole Dalley right now one of the top contenders in the points. I forgot to pull up the point standings, so I have no idea who was where. It's been a while since I recorded a race. Right now he's on the inside of Dillon Young in the Blue Deuce. Dillon Young trying to hard to make that outside line work, but now here comes Eric and Rage on the inside of the 13, and here comes Dillon Poteet now in the 31. He's shown in the 18th position, and he's trying to get up into the top 15 for the first time here today. Headed back into the front, it looks like Steven, oh man, he managed to lose a couple more spots. He's dropped all the way back to 5th now. Chris Wascher's hanging in 4th. Joshua Mudd, now Joshua Mudd, he's in 4th, my mistake. Steven Gonzalez dropped back to 6th. And oh man, very, very wide racing. McCloud, he's hanging on to the lead, but here comes McCloud's teammate Charles Jackson now. Charles Jackson moving to the inside, and he will take the lead away. And oh man, they're about to go 3 wide for second place. Preston Plourd, he's really trying to show what these Ford engines can do. He's running to the middle, and he's clear Steven Gonzalez for second place. But oh boy, they're about to, they almost got jumbled up back here as we now see Jasmin Acosta now. She gets into the top 10, and she's trying to bring Danny Wells along with her. Danny Wells on the inside of Jessica Villanueva now. She just got forced to the outside. She's trying to get back in front of the 5, which she does. And Charles Jackson slowly trying to pull away from the pack, but Preston Plourd, he's gonna try to do whatever he can to chase him back down. Let's head to the rear camera of Charles Jackson. Preston Plourd trying to get a run to the inside, trying to make a move on Charles Jackson. Can't quite do it yet as Jackson, he'll lead another lap. But Plourd is right there in that number 16 Ford F-Series truck. Preston Plourd is getting closer and closer, but Charles Jackson, he's really doing a lot of mirror driving at the moment. Now Preston trying to make a move on Charles Jackson, and he will do so in turn number 3. James McCloud now, I don't know if he's gonna try to help his teammate or stay behind the 16. And oh man, just as soon as I say that, Joshua Mudd in the 8, he's trying to make a move on McCloud. That's gonna be for the 3rd position, but no, McCloud cuts him off with a small crossover move, but oh boy, he couldn't quite get there. They nearly made it 3 wide, but Jackson, he got a run on the outside. Now we see Kyle Matthews leading this second pack here. He's being followed by Tim Fiegel and Alex Drayton now. Jessica Villanueva hanging back in the 10th position, and we're having a battle for 11th between Sean Gallagher and Jasmin Acosta, 2 Dodges here. And now we see Joseph Lombard, he's getting into the top 15 now, and he's bringing Skye Commons along with him too on the inside. We haven't heard from either of these drivers with 34 laps of racing. These guys probably going to have to make green flag pit stops soon. So no caution as of late. Heading back up to the front, Charles Jackson, he did lead the last lap, but Preston, he got around him for the lead. But now we see Joshua Mudd in the 8. Joshua Mudd trying to challenge Charles Jackson for that second position. The more they go side by side, the more cleaner that the 16 is going to have, and he's going to pull away. And McCloud, he's pulling a crossover move to the inside to try to help Joshua Mudd. He's leaving his teammate to dry. I don't know, but Jackson, he really needs to get back on the inside. Can't quite do it yet. Trying to get that outside run as Joshua Mudd hangs on to second place. Kyle Matthews now. The top 10's pretty much been solid this entire race. Kyle Matthews, he started second, and right now he's hanging on to the 6th position, I believe. Oh no, 5th. I'm sorry. And oh man, oh boy, we got a couple trucks moving to the inside. Pit stops are happening. Pit stops are happening. Green flag pit stops. Some drivers are rolling the dice and staying out. And the first guy to stay out was actually Kyle Matthews. But Chris Wascher now. Chris Wascher, he's moving to the inside of the 29 to take the lead. Gallagher is now 3rd, Drayton 4th, and 5th is Commons. The rest of the top 10 are Wells, Lombard, Poteet, Dollerton, and McIntire. McIntire started this race in dead last, and he's running 10th right now. Are any more drivers coming in? Yes, there are a few more other drivers coming in. And it looks like Alex Drayton, he's staying out to roll the dice. Will anybody else join him? There's one guy back there. I believe that's Poteet. I'm trying to see. Oh, no, it's not. It's actually Jessica Shelton in the 94. She's going to try to roll the dice as Drayton now. Drayton, he's still hanging on to the lead, but Plourd, he's coming out. Plourd's already a lap down, but he'll quickly get that lap back if Drayton goes down the pit. But now we see that the pit window is between 13 and 14 laps, so these drivers will have to make one more pit stop before this race is over if the caution doesn't come out. As Drayton comes down the pits, I believe Shelton is joining him. Yes, she is. There she is. She's coming down right now. Now we see Jeffery Finguy leaving his pit. We saw Luke Walker coming down the pits, and oh boy, Shelton really had to slow it down to try to make her pit box. That might make her lose some time. But we have to get back to the 16. He may be the race leader. Oh, actually, no, probably not. It may be the 43 of Kris Wascher. Kris Wascher, he did stay out that extra lap. But now we have to see where Drayton is. There's Drayton and Shelton, but I believe the leaders are going to pass them before they get out of pit road. So the lead will cycle over to Kris Wascher, but Preston Plourd, he's hanging on to the back of that 43, trying to make a move on the inside now. Third now is R Skye Commons. R Skye Commons really benefited from his pit stops. He's hanging on to third place. Fourth is Charles Jackson. Tim Fiegel just past Alex Drayton in sixth. Seventh is now Joshua Mudd. Eighth is Kyle Matthews. Ninth is Joseph Lombard. And rounding out the top 10 is Jessica Villanueva. And Jessica Shelton, she ended up 11th. So really good pit stop for the 94. And the same can be said for Levi McIntire. McIntire, well, he just passed Jessica Shelton for the 11th position, running in that number 22 Dodge Ram. Now we see teammates back here working together. James McCloud and Dillon Poteet, they're hanging on into the top 15. They really need to get into the top 10, though. Headed back to the front. We just had a lead change. R Skye Commons in the 39. R Skye Commons, driver of the number 41 in the NASCAR Second Cup Series. How would he feel if he got a win overseas? But Preston Plourd, he's looking to try to change that. He has a really strong Ford here today. Charles Jackson hanging on to third place. He's trying to bring Joshua Mudd along with him. Kris Wascher now fifth. Tim Fiegel right now trying to catch the 43, hanging on back in sixth. Kyle Matthews is back here in seventh place. Alex Drayton is now eighth. Villanueva is ninth, and we're having a heated battle for 10th place between between Levi McIntire, Joseph Lombard, Stephen Gonzalez, and Dillon Poteet. Three really good friends here trying to work here together. McCloud, he's hanging back on the high side, trying to work on keeping Jesse Turner from him in the number 18. And here comes the fourth Turner Scott truck that we haven't even talked about today. Seth Cole. Right now he's sitting in the 18th position. That's where he crossed the line last. And oh man, he just moved deep to the inside. He's trying to get behind the Sega Chevrolet to work with him. Headed back to the front. We got a new leader, Joshua Mudd, now in the 8, and he actually led the last lap. So Joshua Mudd out of Sega Motorsports, he's hanging on. And oh boy, there was a little bit of contact between the 8 and the 39, but they managed to keep it going. Oh boy, that was a little close, but Joshua Mudd hanging on to the lead. Joshua Mudd, he hasn't had a win since his last win came in the NASCAR Second Cup Series back at Kansas in the 48. But don't forget, like I said, these guys will have to take one more green flag pit stop if the caution does not come out. But R Skye Commons, he's trying to get all over the back of that 8 car, trying to get to the inside of him. Preston Plourd, he's been in the top 5 almost all race long. Now here comes Kris Wascher with a big run to the inside. He gets around the 16. And R Skye Commons, he's looking to take the lead away from Joshua Mudd, and which he does. Now we see Charles Jackson and Tim Fiegel battling for the 6th position. Right here for 8th place, Alex Drayton is hanging by himself. Stephen Gonzalez working on Jessica Villanueva for 9th. And now Poteet, he's trying to get into the top 10 for the first time here today. Trying to get around that 3 truck, and he does. But Kris Wascher now, right now, under fire from Preston Plourd once again. Kyle Matthews in the number 29 Dodge. He has not led a lap yet. He's really trying to get back up there. Started in this race second. He's been on the outside line almost all race long. He's trying to get in front of Joshua Mudd to keep that inside. And oh man, now we're having another battle between Kris Wascher and Preston Plourd. Both of these guys have been back and forth pretty much all race long, trying to show these drivers how the Ford F-Series can really handle it at this track. But now here comes Kyle Matthews with a fast run on the inside with the help of Joshua Mudd. Kyle Matthews is going to try to do whatever he can to lead his first lap here today. He has to get around the 16 to do it first, but it looks like Joshua Mudd may be spoiling the party for that, because now he's getting to the inside of the 29 and he'll take second place from him. We're coming down to 10 laps to go. These guys are going to have to come back down pit road, and it's really going to have to come down to strategy. Now they're heading into turn 3. Anyone make an indication for pit road yet? Nope, not yet. Back here we have Villanueva hanging on to 10th. And what happened to Poteet? Oh man, Poteet, he lost a lot of spots that last lap. He crossed the line 9th last time by. Now he crossed in 13th. And he's about to lose another spot to Joseph Lombard and possibly Seth Cole, his teammate. Pretty much almost all of the Turner Sky trucks are running in the top 15. There's Charles Jackson getting behind Kyle Matthews, and oh man, oh boy, crossover move by the 16, and oh man, he nearly gets into Joshua Mudd. So Preston Plourd, he's one of the first takers for these last round of pit stops. As Joshua Mudd, he will cross the line to take 10 to go, and no one else joined Preston Plourd. So really rolling the dice here. We see Joshua Balkin already on pit road, but no one else is. We have to check and see who's all gonna benefit from this. Now we see Dollerton coming down, and where are the leaders? There we go. Joshua Mudd still hanging on to the lead. Is he coming down pit road? Yes, he is. The same as Kris Wascher. Skye Commons, he chooses to stretch it out. Joshua Mudd and Kris Wascher. Kyle Matthews, he's staying out as well. But right now, Skye Commons with a huge lead right now in the number 39 truck. Matthews is second, third is Drayton, fourth is Shelton. But now the question is, Shelton, she's on a different pit cycle from the rest of these guys. No! Oh man, contact! We got trouble! Oh, Shelton and Drayton wrecked! Oh no, this changes everything. And oh man, they're still wrecking. McIntire's around. Gonzalez around. Oh man, this changes everything for the guys that came down pit road. And Skye Commons, he will come down as the leader. And I think Preston Plourd, I don't know if he stayed on the lead lap. But oh boy, this is going to change everything. Shelton and Drayton get together along with McIntyre and Gonzalez. And there is the pace truck. The caution is out. And that could not have come out at a worse time for Skye Commons and the rest of those guys who either did come down pit road or did not. I'm not sure. But oh boy, this changes everything. They're now rounding out of turns 3 and 4, and oh man, holy cow! Freaking Tim Finguy, he just ran into the back of Kyle Matthews. Oh man, I don't know what that was about, but I think he's trying to take the wave around, because I don't think he was a lap down. But Skye Commons, he's coming down pit road. But now, the question is, who's going to cycle as the race leader? Here comes Kyle Matthews, who got hit by Tim Finguy, along with Joseph Lombard, Dillon Poteet, and Trent Dunham. I don't know. We'll see. But there is the damaged 94 of Jessica Shelton. We're going to have to get an update on the 94 to see what exactly happened between her and Alex Drayton. So stay tuned, race fans. And here's how to brought out our first caution of the day. Heading into turn 2, it looks like the 17 of Alex Drayton came down right in front of Jessica Shelton, and then that's what got her loose, and that's what sent both of them around straight into the safer barrier. Both the 17 and the 94 get together. And right here, it looks like Steven was trying to go down to avoid the 17 of Alex Drayton, and I guess he didn't see McIntyre there, and both of them, they get spun around. So that's what happened there. No really big accident. That really could have ended up a lot worse than it did, but a little miscalculation for Alex Drayton there, and as well as Steven Gonzalez in the 55. Now, that's what happened leaving pit road. When these guys were taking their pit stops and leaving pit road, the caution was already out, and I think they were not a lap down. But heading into turn number 2, Tim Finguy, he just slams into the back of Seth Cole, and then he just spins out and he just slammed the back of his truck into the safer barrier. So I don't know what the 88 was doing there. And I think he was trying to catch up with the rest of the field. You see him going around the rest of the trucks. Then right there, that's where he slammed into the back of Kyle Matthews in the 29. Right there, he slammed into his right side, but he was able to keep going. Like I said, he wasn't caught a lap down, so he got around the pace truck. So that's what really happened there. I believe he was trying to catch Seth. I don't know.
I'm trying to keep my feet on the ground. I'm getting to like this feeling I found. I'm getting to love the thought of having you around. And I will never let you down. I'm trying to keep my feet on the ground. I'm getting to like this feeling I found.
And here we are back at Rockingham UK, and this is really a jumbled mess. We have 3 trucks out of the race. Cody Lamas was out of the race. He blew up on lap number 2 with a broken camshaft. Then Matthew Daleo and James McCloud, they actually collided together on pit road. So they took their cars back to the garage area. And we have 3 trucks a lap down. Alex Drayton, Jessica Shelton, and Chris Dollerton. Alex Drayton, he was in contention to win, but after that contact with Shelton, he got put a lap down. Now, our leader is Joshua Mudd. All the trucks in front of Joshua Mudd, they were taking their pit stops when the caution came out, and unfortunately, they didn't beat the pace truck out, so these leaders are going to have to deal with some lap traffic. But anyway, our leader is Joshua Mudd. Second is Kris Wascher. Third is Jessica Villanueva. Fourth is Jesse Turner. Fifth is Charles Jackson. Sixth is Jasmin Acosta. 7th is James McCloud. 8th, Skye Commons. 9th is Kyle Matthews. And rounding out the top 10 is Preston Plourd, as we are back underway here at Rockingham, UK. But now, the question is, can Joshua Mudd use these lap trucks to try to get away from the pack? We only have 4 to go. And oh boy, now comes Kris Wascher with a strong run to the inside. And oh man, he had to back off from hitting the 8 truck. Jessica Villanueva, she's been outside the top 10 almost all race long. If she could get up there, she could win here. But oh boy, she just moved to the outside. That's going to open the door for Jesse Turner, Charles Jackson, and possibly Jasmin Acosta as well. The last R&D winding down as Joshua Mudd. He's starting to work on some of the lap machines. He's trying to get to the inside of Eric and Rage. Can't quite do it yet. But Kris Wascher, he is not going to let him go. And here comes Jesse Turner now with a strong move to the with a strong run to the inside. I mean, excuse me. Jesse Turner trying to do whatever he can to chase down the 43 and the 8. He lost a little bit of ground there, but the laps are winding down. 2 to go. Joshua Mudd leads another lap, and now here comes Kris Wascher. Kris Wascher looking to be the first driver since the Season 2 opener to put the 43 back in victory lane. The last driver to do it was Steven Gonzalez. And oh boy, a little bit of contact between Eric and Rage and Joshua Mudd. And oh man, that forced him to go 3 wide. And that is exactly what Wascher needs to see. Kris Wascher, he's gotten around Lyndon Wright to put him a lap down. Now Kris Wascher running behind his teammate Marco Salpietro. The white flag is waving out for the 43. Out of the United States and over here in the United Kingdom, Kris Wascher trying to show all of his peers what he can do here at this track. Heading into turn 2 with no competition. Joshua Mudd is almost a second back. Kris Wascher has put some distance between him and Joshua Mudd, heading out of turn 4 for the final time, and that will indeed seal the deal. Kris Wascher down the front straightaway. He will take the checkered flag, and he will win the Union Jack 350. The 43 is back to victory lane here for the first time this season, as Kris Wascher, he will win here at Rockingham UK. He takes the Union Jack 350. Joshua Mudd, he really gave it all, but he'll have to settle for a second place finish. Nice strong run for the 18 out of Kyle Busch Motorsports. He'll take third today. Villanueva ends up fourth place. And rounding out the top 5 is our pole sitter James McCloud. But there is the driver of the hour right there. The standings are indeed official. So S3 Trucks, Rockingham UK, and this race is indeed in the books. Kris Wascher, our top 4 who all finished were rookies. Our highest finishing veteran was McCloud. So really strong run by all the rookies today. Charles Jackson, teammate, ended up 6. Jasmin Acosta ended up 7. Dillon Poteet, who was in the back almost all race long, ends up with a top 10 finish. Preston Plourd had a real strong truck, as well as R Skye Commons, but they'll have to settle for 9th and 10th here today. Okay, Joseph Lombard, Sean Galligan, Trent Dunham, Jonny Gardner, who was in the back all race long, he gets a top 15. And Danny Wells, he rounds out in the 15th position. Kyle Matthews, Chris Kyle, Levi McIntire, Jake Baskinger, Dillon Theroux rounds out the top 20. Then Steven Gonzalez, Tim Fiegel, Luke Walker, Dillon Young, and Seth Cole round out the top 25. Then we have Cole Dalley, Mason Wood, Jeffery Finguy, Marco Salpietro, and Lyndon Wright. Lyndon Wright was the first truck a lap down. Then we have Eric and Rage, Joshua Balkin, Chris Dollerton, Alex Drayton, and Jessica Shelton, who was 2 laps down. And then James Qualls and Matthew Daleo, they all collided on pit road. And Cody Lamas, he actually blew up on lap 2. He was on the outside line, and then his truck just lost the engine. He couldn't get to the bottom in time. So Cody Lamas in the 48, he'll have to settle for dead last today. I didn't even know he dropped out until I saw the replays. Well, that does it here for Rockingham UK race fans. The next race will be the NASCAR Second Cup Series from Richmond International Raceway to determine which 16 drivers are going to be in the Season 3 chase, which I really need to hurry up and do so I can bring on Season 3 of the Mobil 1 Xfinity Series. So don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe for more races by TrentTheHedgie. Hopefully I'll do more since I got my groove back. And we will see you next time. Congratulations one last time to Kris Wascher here for winning at Rockingham UK and the Union Jack 350.